4 or 5. Sairama, today what I plan to introduce a software, JF Lab. It is a freely available software. It can be downloaded. What does it do? What does it do? What are we going to do today? Today, I am going to tell about a concept called phrase structure grammar, which is very much there in for literature students. I hope English students are here. It is very much there for literature students. They may not know now. And for Sanskrit, the beauty of Sanskrit language is it is generated by a finite grammar. So I will get deeper into that. I went very fast that day. I think I can make it understandable to Sanskrit students also. Have little patience, download that software, and you can play around with it. So I will introduce about this, what is that, phrase structure grammar. So before that, let us know about a concept in mathematics called, in computer science and mathematics called finite state machines. See, they keep telling the Sanskrit is the language that can help in computation. All that they are saying, let us try to build some small modules which will make it clear for the world that Sanskrit can, in fact, go in line with the programming languages. There's a concept called finite state machines. What are they? See, we have seen the coffee vending machine. You go to that machine, give 10 rupee coin, that will give you a coffee, Coca-Cola, tea, whatever, right? And we go to railway station, when you put a coin, that will give you the platform ticket. We have seen such a weighing machine. You go to a machine, put a coin, that will tell what is your weight. So we come across these kind of machines everywhere. These are called finite state machines because they are in finitely many states. See, when you go to a weighing machine, it is in silent state. Some lights will be blinking, that state. Then once you stand on it, it goes to another state. See, our mind is in various states, right? Like that machine goes to a state wherein it will ask coin. So having stood over here, put 2 rupee coin, it will ask. So once you put the 2 rupee coin, whether you put 1 rupee coin or 2 rupee coin, it will find out in that state. So once it gets the required coin, it will go to another state that will push the weight card out. Then once you get down, it will go back to that state. It is this machine moves only in finitely many states, like robo. So go straight, left, right, left, it will come back to the same position. Like that. These are called finite state machines. One good concept is how these finite state machines work can be put as a diagram. That diagram I am going to tell now. Okay, how the finite state machines, in fact, suppose the baseball game is there, it can be given as a flow chart. That comes later, we will not touch it now. So what we will do, we will use this finite state machine to create some miniature language. So with that, I want from the Sanskrit side or from the English side, suitable examples to build further machines. I will tell you how to download and install this particular JF Lab software. So with that, we can play around, we can create small modules and try to understand the phrase structure grammar, the concept that is common to Sanskrit, computer language, and of course English, any language as a grammar with which the language is built. And I will try to tell you about abstract languages, how to talk mathematically about it. Okay. Hopefully, Sanskrit students are here, English students are here. Don't get frightened. It will just a software. We can just do some work with it and understand. Okay. So let me start sharing my screen. Hope 14 are there. Yes. I will do through a PPT and I will write through iScribe pad also. Okay. Yes. So there is a concept called formal languages and the grammar related to that. This again misspelled. Phrase structure. PHRASE. Phrase structure grammars. See, what is a language? I told the other day. A language consists a set of words and a subset of strings made of words. They are properly constructed sentences and a method to determine what the meaning is. Okay. One example is set of all English words. We have very big grammar and all English words, and all grammar tells how the English words are combined to make meaningful sentences. Let us go for a small example like this. I will also write through the pad. Right. Now I have a miniature language. Okay. So I would like to have similar examples from the Sanskrit. We can draw a bigger thing also. Right. See, it is like this. I showed you here. I have a very small miniature language. I have only few words. Ram, Sam, drives, jogs rapidly, frequently. Let me write them. Okay. So I have few words. Ram, Sam, jogs. Somebody has entered now. If all enter at the same time, it will be convenient. Bhargav Sai has come only now, right? Yes, jogs, drives, frequently, rapidly. I have only these words, sir. I have only these words. So with this, I want a language. With this, I want a language. So what do I do? These are called noun, and these are called verb, and these, what are they? Adverbs. Okay. These are noun, verb, guys. These are adverbs. I want to construct first to construct this. I need a grammar. I need some rule that tells me which are the properly constructed sentences out of these words. So what is that rule? I say, we start with X. When we don't know anything, we will start with the X. I start with the word sentence. Sentence. What is a sentence? I start with this sentence. See, whenever you go to a finite state machine, there is an initial state. See, when you go to the weighing machine or the Coca-Cola vending machine, there is an initial state. You go and stand there. You are silent, the machine is silent. So this is the beginning point. And for me, this is the beginning point. This is the beginning point. In that beginning point, there are some ways to do. Okay. In this beginning point, I have two choices, right? There are some symbols I have, some symbols like insert a coin, something is there, right? Something is there, like insert a coin. Where is it? So when you go to a machine, there is a insert 2 rupee coin, insert 5 rupee coin to get Coca-Cola, insert 10 rupee coin to get coffee. Something is displayed. So like that, some symbols I have. What are the symbols? One symbol is sentence. Another symbol is noun. Another symbol is verb phrase. Another symbol is verb adverb. Okay, these are the symbols for me. So what are the symbols? Sentence is one. Noun is one. Have a look at them. Noun is one. Verb phrase, verb adverb. Okay. So these are symbols. Noun, verb is a symbol.
Sairam sir?
Yes.
Sairam sir?
Yes.
Sir, can you please tell what is finite state machine, sir?
I will repeat. You came late. No? Yes. See.
Points?
I will show now. See, what is a finite state machine? See, I will elaborate on this. See, you are seeing certain machines here, ATM machine, coffee machine, like that, right? And some machine, when you put a coin, that will give you Coca-Cola, all that is there. These are called finite state machines. Why? They are in finite many states. See, our mind, in how many states our mind can be? Infinite number of states, right? It can be in happy state, it can be in sad state, it can be in angry state. So many states. When somebody comes, I look at them, he is my friend, he is my enemy. The mind goes into various states. When somebody gives you laddu, okay, I go to receive state. When I have laddu, I go to giving state. So my mind is in various states. But these machines, poor machines, they are in finitely many states, only few states. What are the states? See, when you go to an ATM machine, it just stands there. It is the silent state, initial state. It won't do anything. You go and stand before it, it won't do anything, right? No program. It will just be there. You start touching something. Okay, you start touching the buttons. It will say insert card. So that is one state. He will go to that state of asking the card, right? So when you insert the card from silent state, it will go to receiving state. It will checking state. It will check whether card is valid or not. Then it will go to asking state. Give me pin. Oh, you are typing pin. So it will again go to checking state, whether pin is there correct or not. Then it will come back to what is that display state. It will ask how much money you want. So it will be asking state and giving state. It will ask for money. You type whatever money you need, you type. It will take that money and it will take that input and give you money. And when you take the money, it will take the money. So it is in few states only. It will either tell or do something. Okay. It will count the counting state. It will go count the machine, count the notes and give back to you. So it is in few states. It is in few states. Suppose the machine has a mind, it has only a few states. So finite state machine. It is called a finite state machine. I hope you understand now. Somebody asked me this.
Understood, sir.
Okay. Okay. So I will come to this a bit later. I want to tell you the finite state machines are some sort of computer, right? How these computers work can be put in a diagram. With that diagram, we can study grammar. That is what we can study grammar. We can generate language. See, so our mind, suppose, let me complete this. Suppose I have these words. What do I do with them? That alone I am going to tell now. I will introduce the package to you. Somebody keeps coming. Better come early, boss. Okay. Just have a look at it. I have some symbols. Okay, why symbols? I said in a finite state machine, when you go, there are symbols, right? Insert 10 rupee coin, insert new 2 rupee coin, some notices, and some interactions. When you insert a card, it will ask a menu. That menu is a symbol. 1, 2, 3, press 1 for menu, press 2 for pin change, press 3 for enquiry. So this kind of menu, I have this much menu. What do I do with this? I must have a rule to what to do with this. What to do with this? I say, whenever I see the symbol, see, whenever you see the menu, there are two options, 1, 2. Okay, get to money or get to enquiry. You know what money you have, or type whatever money you want. So whenever the word, the symbol noun appears, I can have two options. One is Ram, another is Sam. I have two options. And whenever there is a symbol, verb appears, I have two options, jogs and drives. I have two options. Whenever I have the symbol adverb appears, okay, I have two options, frequently, rapidly. Right, these are the symbols, menu. Menu is coming. Now I will go to the initial stage and find out what are the rules to construct sentence. Some grammar is there, right? What is the, where is the grammar? This is the grammar for me. What is the grammar? This is the initial stage. So I go and stand before the machine. What machine? This machine, what does it do? This machine produces English sentences. My machine is going to produce English sentences. So for that I must tell some rule. I am telling this rule. I go and stand before the machine. So I say, I have come. I will press a button. It will give me two menu. Watch here, noun, verb, phrase. Two menus are coming, two options. Two options. And if the menu verb phrase comes, there are furthermore two options. Verb, adverb. Okay? And this verb has two more options. Noun has two more options. Adverb has two more options. Okay? These are like menu. Hope you understand. You go to a ATM machine. You press one button, insert a card, then a menu will come, right? A menu will come. Type pin. Or what do you want? You want to take money? You want to inquire about balance? Something is asking. So if I press something, again it will ask 4 questions. If I press something, again it will ask 2 questions. If everything is over, it will ask 2 questions. You want to get out or you want to stay in? Yes or no? So every time he asks questions and gets input from me, right? It gets input from me, right? So these machines work with strings. Works with strings. What string? If you put in a pin 3 times, if you press it wrongly, the machine closes. It says, no, your card is frozen. So when you insert a card, type a wrong password pin, it is taken as 0. Again, if you type a wrong password, it is taken as 0. Again, if you type a wrong password, third time it is taken as 0. So the machine will see 1 0, 2 0, 3 0. When 3 zeros come consecutively, the machine will freeze your card. Okay. So all finite state machines work on strings. Work on strings. So you see the grammar. Do you understand the grammar? Let me make it more clear here. Briefly, I will tell how to draw also. So, if sentence is the beginning menu, sentence is the beginning menu, there are two menus. There are two menus. One is, now it should be in this order, noun menu and verb phrase menu. I am giving some name to it, that's all. Verb phrase menu. Two menus are coming. And this noun menu, you know, can be replaced by 2. Verb phrase is a menu. It will again go to 2 menus. One is verb, another is adverb. Like that it goes. This is the order. Okay. And the noun has 2 options. Verb has 2 options. adverb has two options. This is my word, right? So, how do I start? How do I start? Look at it. See, let me construct this sentence. Please look at it carefully. According to my construction, Ram drives frequently is a valid sentence. Is a valid sentence. But Ram frequently drives is not valid according to my grammar. So if I want, I should write more grammar. See, I start with the sentence, beginning menu. I get two submenus, noun, verb, phrase. And noun menu can be replaced by Ram. So Ram cannot be replaced by anything. The menu ends there, option ends there. Verb phrase menu has two more options, verb, adverb, two options. Verb has two options, out of them one option is chosen. Adverb has two options, of them one of the options is chosen. Ram drives frequently is a valid sentence for me. So, this small language, Ram, Sam, drives, jogs rapidly, frequently, how many different valid sentences can be there? Anybody? How many different valid sentences can be there? Only 6 words I have, and I have a specific order, noun, verb, adverb. How many different sentences can be there? Anybody? Any guess? See, one is Ram drives rapidly, another Ram drives frequently, like that. How many options are there? It's a common question only. Anybody? How many are there, sir? Anybody? No. No idea? Let me write down the options. See here, one option is Ram drives frequently. Then Ram drives rapidly. This is over. Then Sam drives, like that it goes.
8, sir.
8 are there, very good. Right, 8 are there. Now, I will introduce a machine to you to check this. See, now some child goes and writes so many sentences. According to my grammar, I want to know which are the right sentences. Let me go to that software. Okay. This software I am introducing to you. It is, where is it? See here. So, this is the software I am telling about. This computer science fellows use this, but we can also use. It is there in the small corner. It is called JFLAP. It is downloaded from jflap.org. I will share that link to you all. JFLAP. In that, I will use only one option. What does this software? This software allows us to draw the finite state machines as diagrams, as flowcharts. They are called automaton. They are called automaton. And this English grammar, I can draw an automaton and I can feed many sentences. The automaton will automatically tell me whether that sentence is valid or not. It is easy, right? So let us see. In this first, there are many menus. They are used in automata theory, which is a necessary prerequisite to compiler design. See, when you write a C language or Pascal language, there is a compiler, right? I am living in C language, Pascal language, any new language, there is a compiler. You have to compile them. You have to compile it, right? Okay. Where is it? You have to compile it. And this automaton theory is a basic to compiler design. So that computer science students learn, mathematics students learn, and I thought, why not Sanskrit students? Of course, you have a language, you have a grammar, let us learn it, right? So let me click this finite automaton button, and a menu comes up. Let me open. I will tell you how to plot this. First, you will have to click the state creator menu, the top state creator menu. Click that. Click somewhere here, somewhere here, somewhere here. So states are created. Then click in the last attribute editor. Click on the first one. Click right click. Say whether it is a initial state or final state. So this is a initial state. This is a final state for me. Final state double circle. Initial state there is a arrow. What's the initial state? Where the work starts. Final state is the where the work ends. Okay. So then I have to draw something. I will have to click the arrow and draw an arrow from here to here. I will name it as 0. Okay. Then I draw from here to here. I will just name it as 0. So what does this small machine do? It will see strings, zeros and ones. It will come here, wait. If a 0 comes, it will say welcome, welcome, and cross the 0 to Q1. Q1 will wait, welcome, welcome. If another 0 comes, Q1 will say welcome, welcome, and take it to Q2. So if a string of 2 consecutive zeros come, the machine will allow. Let us cross check. I will test with the input. I will go multiple run. I will go with the step-by-step run. See, I want 2 0. I will give 2 0. 0 I am giving input. See, when you go to a finite state machine, what you do? See, you will go to any voice, some commercial things. If you want English, press 1. If you want Hindi, press 2. When you press 1, okay, it will say if you want me to talk to us, press 1. If you want a regular inquiry, press 2. Like that you have seen, right? So it will. So in case you write a wrong number, it will say you have pressed a wrong number. Start all over again. Okay? That is the matter of strings. Now I am giving a string 0 0. Just watch, and I will say step. See where it moves. The color moves. Step. So it goes to Q1. You see the color change. If I say step, it will go to Q2. It is sitting in Q2 now. Matter is over. It has traveled that. Suppose if I put something else. Just watch. I will go to the language now. So suppose I put 0 1. This I am giving. Just watch. If I step, see the color change here. It will move. Step 0, right? It is coming to Q1, sitting in Q1. Now Q1 wants only 0. If 0 comes, it will pass it on to Q2. Let us see where it goes. Step. It is still in Q1. It has not gone to Q2. See here. So this machine accepts strings, consecutive strings 0 0 0 0. Now let me go to the language exam. This is how I construct. You can also try. Okay. So let me open the finite grammar, the miniature English language. I am coming to that. See this. I have constructed this. I told you how to construct. You can also try. Okay. The beauty is you need not type 0 1 AB. I can type like this also. I am trying to improve this. See, this is a machine, finite state machine. This is like a ATM machine. This machine produces sentences. If something starts from here and ends here, that is a valid sentence. If something starts from here and ends here, that is a valid sentence. This noun, beginning, it will wait. If Ram or Sam comes, it will say welcome, come, and push it to verb. Verb will wait. It will see who is coming. If jogs or drives come, it will push it to adverb state. Adverb state will wait. Who is coming? If frequently or rapidly comes, it will collect everything and push to sentence. So Ram jogs frequently will come as a sentence. Let us try. I can try multiple inputs here. If I go to input, select multiple run. I have done it without space now. I am trying how to insert space in this. Okay. Just watch here. I am typing here some Ram JOGS FREQUENTLY. This I am typing one. Then I am typing Calm drives RAPIDLY rapidly. I am typing. Okay. Then I want to try something. I am writing Govinda. Govinda sleeps well. I have not introduced this. For me, in my language, please understand, I have only 6 words and a limited grammar. So if I want Govinda, I must tell the machine. Machine doesn't know Govinda now. Okay. Machine doesn't know Govinda. So well. Let us try this. Now, this machine will tell me which of these sentences are valid sentences according to my grammar. So, I will just ask run inputs below, run inputs. See, this only, I only tried like this. In Automata, they teach us with V0, V1, V2, A, B, C, D. I thought, why don't we put this and try to link these two. Okay. So, run inputs. It says, Ram jogs frequently, accepted. Sam drives frequently, accepted. Govinda sleeps well, rejected. Okay. Suppose if I want Govinda sleeps well also, I can add. Let us try that, right? I will click here, put one more arrow and type here Govinda. Govinda. Then what did I say? Sleep. I am adding here. SLEE sleeps. Then here I will add a well. Now you see the problem here. This is where I want your help. This will recognize this one. Now let me try the same thing I will drive now. See, Govinda sleeps well, he is accepted. But I have a peculiar thing here. I will say Ram SLEEPS rapidly. I am typing. I will check this one. This is also accepted. Ram sleeps rapidly. Okay. Then Sam drives well. Other combinations are there. This is also accepted. Is there any sentence that is grammatically correct but syntactically wrong in this? See, hope you follow what I am saying now. Do you find this interesting? We can use Sanskrit fonts as well. I tried. I'm just introducing this to you. So this machine, see, I can give now the advantage. I will frame this machine and keep. I will feed some 100 sentences into this machine. This machine will tell which sentence is correctly formed or not correctly formed. Okay. Is there any invalid sentence here? Tell me anyone which doesn't have good meaning. Govinda drives well. Ram sleeps frequently. Something is there. Okay. So we can improve this further. Okay. Suppose if I want something to have a separate root, tell me something, some more, or any more word. I will put here Sita. LAUGH, yes, laughs loudly. Loudly, I am putting loudly. I can cancel this. I will introduce loudly. Now you see the beauty here. I am saying loudly. Now let us check this again. How I am telling how to improve this. Now, Ram jogs loudly. Let us see what does it say. It is accepting Ram jogs loudly, but grammatically this is correct. So I don't want these things to join. Jogs and loudly, I don't want them to join. Then I can take another route. Okay, I can introduce new sentence here. I will delete this loudly, laughs, and Sita. Sita can be there. Okay. Then what do? I take a separate route. I have some more here. And I put it somewhere here. This noun in the verb, this is a separate route. Here I have, what is that? What did I put? What did I put there? I forgot. Anybody? Which verb I introduced newly?
Laugh.
Laughs. Okay, very good. People are not sleeping. Laughs. I will introduce it here. Laughs. And I will introduce one more state here. What is that? I need a. I don't want this. I'll delete this. Laughs. This is a separate route. Loudly. O-U-D-L-Y. Loudly. Okay. So what happens? This loudly will follow laughs only. Now let us try the same input. See, Ram jogs loudly. Let us see whether it is accepted. Rejected. You will see Ram jogs loudly is rejected. Okay. So for that, this diagram gives me more grammar. This diagram gives grammar. What is that? Just to see. Let us try to understand the grammar from the diagram. You need not write the grammar. It says noun can be replaced by Sita, Govinda, Ram, Sam. That is one grammar. Verb can be replaced by sleeps, jogs, drives. But if verb is sleeps, jogs, drives, well, frequently, rapidly, only can follow it. But if the verb is laughs, then only loudly can follow it. This is another grammar. So we are having more grammar now. I am getting more sentences now. I am getting more sentences now. Okay? I am getting more sentences. Like this, see, English is a big language, out of which I have now chosen 4, 7, 10, 11, 12 words I have chosen. And some grammars, these are called productions. These are called productions. See, everywhere it is there. In Panini grammar also it is there, right? I understand. See, which words can be replaced? Which word can come after what? Which word come after what? Suppose I say aham graham gachami. So aham should here. Sita man graham gachati. Like that we can try. So this, what is the advantage of this machine? Okay. This is machine, I give it grammar, I give it what do I want, and what are the valid sentences the machine knows. It can be made big also. Okay. What are the valid sentences? Then I give it lot of sentences. Hundreds of sentences I feed. And in one stroke I can find out which are valid sentences, which are not valid sentences. This phrase structure grammar is in English also. Right? So, what the Sanskrit people, I want you to interact, download this package and or give me some miniature grammar. This is a miniature English grammar. And I am sure some miniature Sanskrit grammar can also be found, a small. I hope Naveen Bhatt or somebody, can we try this?
Okay, sir, we will try.
And now I want to know from you before doing something else. I want to know whether this looks interesting, whether who could understand this. It's a very simple package. What I am trying is like ATM machine. Like ATM machine, I have a machine here, which is called automaton. What does it do? ATM machine gives coffee, Coca-Cola if you give correct input. ATM machine gives money if you give correct input. This machine gives me correct sentences if I give input. If I give 100 words, 200 words, it will quickly tell me whether the sentence is valid or not. Okay, and this is what it is. Would like to know from Sanskrit people whether you are getting this, whether it is difficult or should I explain it more. We can spend some more sessions on it, provided I see in English I know. I am putting a small grammar, right? Ram laughs, Ram sleeps loudly, can't come. Okay, so if you say it can't come, I will make another route for it, another production I will produce. So with that, can you please think? Can you suggest a miniature grammar, one part, maybe with the gum, with the root gum, whatever you can do. That is, aham griham gachami should come. Lata griham gachati should come. So if you make things clear for me like this, we can try building machines like this, and we will feed a Sanskrit sentence to it. It will tell whether it is a correctly formed sentence or not. Can we do it in pieces? That's what I want to know. Small pieces. That is somehow relating this automaton with the formation of sentences using the Sanskrit language. Can we try this? Okay. And something more can be done in this. I will tell the advantage of this machine. I will share once more. See, what this, once you draw this machine, what best can be done? I can go to a menu and ask the grammar of this. Whatever I have drawn, I can extract the grammar out of it. Let us see how it works. See, there is a procedure that I can tell later. Okay, I will keep on clicking something. So it will give me so it adds one by one. You see, when I click that, it adds all this. What is, see on the right side? See on the right side, it tells what and all to be replaced. See, I can just draw a machine, I can visualize, I can draw a machine and get the grammar out of it. Nothing is left. So if I export, see here, it is giving me the grammar. Hope you can slightly understand this. See, yes is the starting point. It can be replaced with Sita, Govinda, Ram, Sam, right? When it can be replaced with the Sita, it is suffixed by one menu called A. What is A? A can be replaced by laughs and another menu. This D. What D can do? D is replaced by loudly C. C can be replaced by empty. That is, it concludes. So, Sita laughs loudly. Laugh space is space. So, this is the grammar of this language, right? So, the one advantage is I can draw something, determine what should be the output, determine what should be the output, and I can get the grammar like this. I can get the grammar like this, right? It is giving me the grammar. So I can just draw a machine and get the grammar out of it. So we can check whether the grammar produced by this machine is the original grammar. I am not clear what I want from you, but still I am trying to relate these two. Yeah, abstract mathematics concept. This is called theoretical computer science. How a computer works theoretically. And this is also called automaton, a finite state machine. So I am trying to use a finite state machine to produce valid sentences. You understand? I can put any number of states, any number of productions, any number of arrows, till I get a complete picture. Now I will give you one more example apart from this language example to make you understand what we try to do with this. Just watch. I have a 5 rupee vending machine. Vending machine. See, I have constructed this. This is the model of a finite state machine. What does it do? This fellow, this machine, will accept coins adding to 5 rupee. And if you give 5 rupee coins in any combination, that is 1 rupee, 1 rupee, 1 rupee, 1 rupee, 1 rupee, 1 rupee, 2 rupee, 2 rupee, 2 rupee, 2 rupee, 1 rupee. See, humans do that. We want 5 rupee coin, you can give it in any combination, it should add up to 5. So this one, if I give a sequence of coins which adds up to 5, it comes here and gives me something. Okay, this is the acceptance state. Let us try this machine. I am trying to give, impress upon you what can be done with this machine. So I will clear these inputs. See, I am trying 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Will this be accepted? 1, 1, 1, 1 is 5. 1, 2, 2 is 5. 2, 2, 1 is 5. 1, 1, 1, 2 is 5. 1, 1, 1, 1 is not 5. And 2, 2 is not 5. 2 is not 5. 1 is not 5. Okay? Right? Watch here. I will run these inputs. See? When the total is 5, it is accepting. But 4 it is rejecting, 4 it is rejecting, 2 it is rejecting, 1 it is rejecting. So, this machine is clever. What does it do? If I give, and all combinations I have put here. All such combination, which will give me 5 total. See? It starts from here. Getting 1, it comes here. Getting 1, it comes here. Getting one more 1, it goes to T3. Getting one more 1, it goes to T4. Getting one more 1, it comes to T5. So the machine knows in whatever combination you give the coin, if you give coins totaling to 5 rupee, it will come to the acceptance states and it will give me a Coca-Cola. This is a machine that I imagined. Okay. So these finite state machines can be taught to do something. I will show you one more example and close. We can continue this also. I will ask a simple expression. Right. See here. Those who know a bit school mathematics can understand this. It starts with a bracket and some x, y, z and some symbol plus, star, minus and another symbol and here close the bracket. What are all the sentences here? Bracket x plus y, bracket z minus y, bracket y minus z, bracket x divided by z. All these are valid. So I can check whether some expression is given, whether it starts with 0, starts with bracket, ends with bracket. When two variables are there, whether there is a operator in between, all that I can check. Let me just run this. See, I am telling this machine gives x plus y, then y divided by z, like that. Then I will try one more which is not there. I will try brackets only. Let me run this inputs. You see here x plus y is a valid expression. Y divided by z is a valid expression. And the bracket, only single bracket, is not a valid expression according to my grammar. It is rejected. So I can create a machine which can check whether the expressions are valid or not. Small. This is a small portion of what is that simple expression 2. I will show you. See here, I am expanding this further. This one says start with a bracket, then it is over. If it doesn't start with a bracket also, empty x plus z, that is accepted. So this fellow will accept without brackets also. Okay. So let me close here as of now. See, I want to know from you how interesting was it. See, I am trying to, what I am trying to do? I am trying to create a machine, virtual machine, a flowchart kind of machine, and which can help, I can draw that machine and get the grammar out of it. And I can draw that machine and I will come to know what are all the valid sentences out that machine. See, I am telling a max expression can be checked. Whether it is a correct, what is a mathematical expression? 2 plus 3 is a mathematical expression. 2, 3 plus is not a mathematical expression. What is a valid number? 2.341 is a valid number. Okay, 2.4.1 is not a valid number. Okay, like that. So in mathematics, for small checking whether a number is correct, a small program, and checking whether an expression is correct, a small program, like that I can do. In English language, checking whether a sentence is correct, okay, with Ram, Sita and all that, I can check. Can we do it in Sanskrit, English? English students, have you heard of the word phrase structure grammar before? No. English student is not there. Have you heard of the concept called phrase structure grammars? No. Ravichand? No.
We have heard of it, sir.
Heard of it? Tell. Please, I am my thought is to connect the phrase structure grammar in English and in the phrase structure grammar in automata theory. Okay, that is one of my thought that is going on in my mind. Whether we can make it visuals in the phrase structure grammar, same phrase structure grammar is sitting here. Okay, in abstract terms, can we link these two? And from Sanskrit, I want, see, in mathematics, I can get to small. One grammar, one machine tells me what are all the valid integers, numbers. Another machine tells me what are all the valid arithmetic expressions. Another thing tells me something else. And in English, one machine tells me what are all the valid sentences. Like that. In Sanskrit, can we try this? That is one question. Ravichandra sir, you are a non-mathematician, non-computer science. How do you understand this? Is it interesting?
I got it, sir. But certain types of sentences and all, for that this thing. For example, there will be several basic 7 vibhaktis are there.
Yes.
Apart from that, there are various suffixes and prefixes like upasargams give various meaning at various, and there are certain challenges.
Yes.
In every language there are certain in Tamil, if you take, there are some challenges, some very beautiful techniques.
Yes.
Like that in Sanskrit also, though it is a great language, no doubt, but there are certain challenges. For example, one big challenge I face in Sanskrit is the same word is for superlative as well as negative. This I have asked various professors also. For example, the letter V, if you prefix to a word, it is for Vishesham or superlative also. It is for Vihaya or negative also. So this will not be there. This challenge is not there in English.
Yes.
Whereas there are so many handicaps in English, there are so many beautiful things in Sanskrit. Now this, how the computer, according to the place, you have to understand what this fellow is saying.
Yes, sir, Ravichandra sir.
Vibhuti means a special type of creation. Allado, Vibhuti, in some other place, if you put V, that is, for example, in Rudram, we say Vibhyadine, means who is not having weapon. Some other place, Vibhyadina could be one who has a Vishesha type of a weapon in his hand.
Yes, it is there.
So both it is indicated by the same word.
Yes.
This is one problem in Sanskrit, because computer cannot contextually understand.
Yes, sir.
So
let me come to the Ravichandra sir. Thank you. This particular automaton, it is not now concentrating on the what is the meaning. It is concentrating on the sentences. Further menus are there. With that, we can try meaning. But one advantage in Sanskrit language, the grammar is finite. only less than 4,000 sutras are there, and the recursions facilities in the computer languages are sitting in Sanskrit. So it can be converted into a finite state machine. And I understand there is no ambiguity in Sanskrit. See, the Sanskrit man can tell us when we will be viewed as a negative, when we will be viewed as a superlative. There should be some rule, right, Naveen Bhatt sir? It is not random, right?
That is contextual. That is contextually, it should be understood by the speaker. A machine cannot contextually understand.
Like to know from Naveen Bhatt. Naveen Bhatt,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
that ambiguity is there?
No, sir. Actually, if we apply Karakam, the rules, all the vibhaktis and all, what I thought we can do this, we can add some basic Sanskrit structure and some, as you told, miniature Sanskrit sentences. That we can do, sir. But this concept is new for me. Like this
Sir,
machine.
Ravichandra had a question. Is there anything like in Sanskrit that is contextual only? That is, when V is added to some word, it is when it is negative, when it is superlative. Is there any clear-cut rule or ambiguity is sitting there?
No, sir. That is sometimes it is like we call it sandarbhikam, that's contextual or this thing. But most 99% it is not there, sir.
Yes, yes,
In some places we can add some more rule also.
yes.
So it is not a problem, I think.
Let us try. See, why I am into this. Many people, including Tatachara of Mysore, many people, NASA, everybody, they keep saying Sanskrit is a suitable language, more suitable language for English, more suitable language. See, if I put it correctly. And at least the can we automate the learning of Sanskrit at least, if not going for programming language. If not, let us not worry about many Jambavans have tried that and it is only halfway through. Nobody has achieved it. At least while teaching Sanskrit, suppose you teach Sanskrit, how to construct sentences, and I construct 10 sentences. I want to know which is correct, which is wrong. I must come to Naveen Bhatt sir, which is correct, which is wrong. Suppose if I have a machine like this, I will type the sentence there. It tells me elementary sentences. If it tells me this sentence is correct, I feel happy. Can I automate the teaching of Sanskrit at least at basic level? At least at basic level, as Ravichandra said, that there are concepts and there are different meanings. Vedas have different. Let us not get into that. See, you are saying Aham Griham Gachami. So I will just write Radha Griham Gachami, and I am thinking whether Radha Griham Gachami is correct or not. I will feed in that machine. Machine will tell me Radha Griham Gachami is not correct. I won't accept. That too small things can we do. That is what my question. We should work towards this because many people have tried, sir. One Srinivasa Vargedi of Tirupati University tried it and he dropped somewhere. One fellow has written a book, Panini's Grammar and Natural Language Processing. He stopped at that point. See, I am trying to connect at least can we automate Sanskrit learning to some extent. Maybe a few machines we will put there. And if we enter some sentence, it will tell whether sentence is correct or not. I think we can work towards this. Okay, some small, that is visualizing, automating the learning of Sanskrit at least to some extent, at least the basic sentence construction, and maybe in English also. Suppose if I say table eats lion should not come, I will disconnect this table eats and lion. If it starts with table, it should not end with, it should not be followed by eats. That we can do. So, but the problem there is so many grammar. Grammar is very big. The advantage with Sanskrit, the grammar is finite, small. Can we try this? Okay. I would like to involve our Sanskrit students and the English students. My only request to you is to find out whether the phrase structure grammar in English study can it be linked with this? I can tell more about phrase structure grammar to you while coming to your class also. Okay, there are so many things. There is a computer with memory. I told only about finite automata in this menu. In this menu, I told only about finite automata. Okay, but there are so many other menus. In this, there are so many other menus. We will close now. So many other menus which can. Right. See here, one menu I touch the finite automata. Mealy machine, Moore machine, push down automata, Turing machine. You must have heard Turing designed this, which will mimic a modern computer. Whatever the computer does, we can find out in Turing machine. That is a deeper concept. So other concepts are sitting. If we try learning together, see this automata theory, why not the computer science students learn? That is one. And can we write a book on automata theory suitable for Sanskrit students? These things can be taken up. Okay. Thank you. If any more questions I can take, I can take. Ravichandra sir had one. If anybody has any more questions, I hope it was somewhat thrown it open. Yes, Ravichandra sir. Anybody else? Any other doubt? Bhargav Sai, what do you feel? Can we work on this? Bhargav, can we work on this? Can we work on this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Could you follow it?
Yes, sir.
I will come to class and demonstrate this. I am just putting you in that well so that you come to know. Okay. Satya Gopal showed some interest in Sanskrit and computers. So what I want to do, even if we don't write programming language out of this Sanskrit, let us automate Sanskrit learning at least to some extent. Okay, at least the basic sentence construction, and without getting deep into certain things, can we automate Sanskrit learning? That is one question. Second question with English students, can we link the phrase structure grammar? See, when I was delivering this talk to somebody, the dean was from English department. He said, same concept we have in a different format. We have in writing. We have in words. You are telling with the diagrams. So can we compare these two? If you want to know more phrase structure grammar from me, I will do. So that can English students compare these two? Can Sanskrit students help me to automate at least basic sentence construction? Suppose if I come to know if you have a machine which will give me 100 valid Sanskrit sentences, I will know 100 valid Sanskrit sentences without the help of a teacher. Without going to a teacher, I can construct the sentence, right? Let us try this. Any other doubt? Anybody? Can anybody speak out? Any feedback you tell in another 2 minutes, we will close. Any feedback? Is it worth doing this? No.
Yes, sir. It's worth doing, sir.
English.
Many of the students.
Can you try that phrase structure grammar? Go deep into that and try. See, the one is we can get some papers. Okay, combined new papers. Then we can make some magic kind of things. So I am teaching English through some computer model machine flowchart. Third, if everything works out, we can write a small book, consolidate everything and write a small book. If we get into big thing, we can get into some project. See, government, I am going to do this. Right? Let us try that. Hopefully, if any doubts, you can ping me. I will send the link.
Sharam, sir?
Yes.
Sir, can you take one more class explaining these things, how it will be useful in the day-to-day life?
Yes, okay, I must do. I must come to you and teach you hands-on experience.
Yes, sir, mostly that will be more.
Yes. I cannot keep on doing like this. When class starts, I will come to Sanskrit session 1, sit with you for 1 or 2 hours, tell my concept, learn your concept. Let us think what we can do. Hmm? One immediate idea that comes to my mind is automate Sanskrit learning. Can we do that? Can we do that based on these examples? Second, can we write some articles together, 1 or 2 page articles which come together? Okay. And Ravichandra sir is there to find out the difficulties. He can tell. So if he is a man who is not from maths, not from computer science, he is a common man. So we can hear from him also. Can we do something interesting? Okay. Something interesting you do, that becomes a book. If we write something, that becomes a book. We can generate a software. When we connect phrase structure grammar in English and phrase structure grammar in this automata, this is new. We are throwing open something new. If God's grace is there, we can go for a project. We can tell government that, Are Baba, we are going to do this. I am going to automate Sanskrit learning. I have a model. When I feed a sentence, it will tell whether it's a correct sentence or not. Difficulties are there. Even programming language has limitations. You cannot do everything. English language has limitations. Any translating machine has got limitations. People have tried this. Whether automatic translation can be done, whether machine translation can be done. Whether I will feed a sentence, you should give me the translated sentence out. Google is doing that, right? You have seen the jokes, but 60% it gives better translation, right? So can we try something like that? It is doing something like that. Strings. It is playing with strings. We can also play with the strings. Okay. So thank you, Ravichandran sir. Anything else?
For this, yeah, I was telling something in between the conversation went somewhere.
Yes.
So, to make the machine understand Sanskritam, first we should make a lot of homework in Sanskritam.
Yes.
Somewhere it is reflecting. I think somewhere it is coming back through the speaker of something. Somebody can mute themselves. So, all the upasargams, first we have to write down the various applications of a upasargam. For example, upa, the prefix upa, what all it will do to a dhatu. If you write, say, ati, what all it will give, adhi, what all it will give, abhi, what all it will give, all these prefixes. So similarly, suffixes. Ya, if you add, what it will. Ya, if you add, what if you. For example, avamana ya means by disrespecting. Now, if you add a ya, it is like vidhiling or whatever you do this to command. You add a ya to a word.
Yes, sir.
So, like this, what the suffixes prati. If you add what it does,
yes, sir, we can,
krite, if you add as a suffix it does. So now, before approaching the computer, first in writing, we have to first attack all prefixes, suffixes, and then the dhatu and the meaning is another problem.
Yes, meaning is another problem.
Dhatu and the meaning is another.
One prefix we can try one day, another prefix we can try another day, like that. I am cutting short because the juniors will have to go to their bridge course classes. We can discuss in detail, sir. Let me close now so that the juniors can get back to their bridge course classes. Supposed to start at 2:30. Ravichandra sir, we will discuss in detail, or we will sit in groups. Something has to come out of this. Thank you. So kind of you. We will close now. Thank you.